Friends and family, in this special episode of the Hinesight'S podcast, I interview my nephew and godson, Judah Valentine Seldran, about his experience in grade school with mental health. It is an incredibly insightful interview with a young 12-year-old, now 13, now teenager, who has really encompassed what it means to be mentally well and to help his own students in his class get the help they need, as well as help parents understand that stressing out your kids too much isn't necessary. They're still children and they need to thrive and have fun. It is a beautiful interview with a lot of insight, and Judah really knocks it out of the park. So please enjoy this special episode of the Hinesight'S podcast.
Hello there. How's it going today?
Perfect. So look right in that lens the entire time, okay? We gotta bring this up because you are taller than your sister. Okay? Just stay right where you are. You're perfect.
When you send me the video, do I hit start on this one?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly when, okay? Boom, boom, and Jude, let's get this camera over here. Let's turn off the do not disturb. You're looking good, kiddo. Okay, 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, Judah, just follow my questions and go from there, okay?
All right.
Look right in that camera the entire time. What is your first and last name, and please spell it for us.
My first name is Judah. My last name is Seldran.
Just raise your level of voice just a little bit for the whole interview, okay? So
Okay.
A little bit louder. Okay, all right, here we go. Judah, where were you born?
I was born in San Francisco, California.
And who were you born to? What are your parents' names?
My mom's name is Annie or Ann, and my dad's name is George.
And who's your sister?
Zoe.
And what's your favorite part about family?
My favorite part about family is kindness.
Kindness, okay, good. And if you're kind to your family members, you feel better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
I'm going to 7th grade.
And how old are you?
I'm 12.
You're 12 years old. And you had a pretty interesting experience recently. You traveled with your Uncle Kevin and your Auntie Margie and your Lolo. What's a Lolo?
A grandpa.
Grandpa. And that's in what language is that, Lolo?
Filipino.
You're part Filipino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you traveled to Japan. Tell us in a nutshell all about your Japan trip and what your favorite parts about your Japan trip was. Go from the beginning to the end. Go for it.
All right, so we started off in Tokyo, and then we made our way to Okinawa, and then we went to Osaka, and then we went back to Tokyo for a little while, and then we went to here, Georgia.
And in Japan, what was the best part of your whole trip?
The best part was in Okinawa, I got to go see a military base, and I got to tour the whole military base, and it was really cool.
And what did you see at the military base? What were the experiences you had? Who did you meet? What did you see?
I saw some really cool jets. I got to do this simulator, a flight simulator, which was really cool, and I met some pilots.
And you met some airmen who protect and serve this country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was that like?
It was pretty cool. They told me a lot about flying and everything.
What was your uncle there doing? What was his purpose there?
He spoke to the military bases.
What did he speak about?
Mental health.
And what was that experience for you? Like for you in the audience, hearing his full story for the first time, what did that do to you?
It was pretty cool. I kind of learned more about him, and I enjoyed it.
And what had you known about that story that he tells? And what was this? What kind of information was that you learned for the first time?
So I knew that he tried to commit suicide by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, and that's pretty much it. And I kind of learned everything else.
You learned the whole backstory, right?
Yeah, I learned the whole backstory.
And the history of his life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you filmed a little bit, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were really good at that. You're 12 in 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever witnessed someone in your class having a mental health problem?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, do you know of anybody in your school or class or your life who has struggled with their brain and mental health?
No.
No? You told me last time you did. You remember? You said there was a student in your kid that was experiencing anxiety in your school.
I thought you just talked. Yeah, anxiety.
We'll go back. So, Judah, have you ever known anyone to experience anxiety, depression, or mental health struggles in your school? You don't have to name them. Just say the story of what happened.
So I've known a few kids who have anxiety. It's mainly just because of school. It's kind of normal because that you're worried about what grades you're gonna get, and whatever you're kind of really focused on school.
So let me ask you this, and repeat the question and the answer. Is there a lot of pressure in school to do really well?
So there is a lot of pressure in school, and it does cause a lot of anxiety for some kids.
So for some students, it's too much pressure, right?
Yeah.
What do you see them do when this happens? What happens? What's the kind of physical reaction?
I feel like they kind of really focus more on school than really anything else. Like, instead of maybe, like, hanging out with friends or doing something, they'll go home and, like, do, like, more than just their regular homework because they're nervous that they might get a bad grade and they don't really want to get a bad grade. Or they might, like, focus a lot on school and not on anything else that they want to do. And some kids have no time for fun because of that.
Do you think their parents pressure them at home too?
I think that yes. I think all parents want their kids to have good grades, but I do think some parents pressure their kids more about grades than others, and that's what might cause the anxiety.
If you were going to look in the camera right now and talk to parents who really, really, really pressure their kids and don't let them have fun, just be honest. What would you say to those parents to, like, help them understand that their kid is a child and needs to grow and still have fun? What would you say?
To all the parents out there, I would say that yes, grades are important, but they don't have to be their whole kid's life. Like, you can still, like, work on school and homework and extra stuff, but you don't need to be working on it for, like, 5 hours extra a day, because even just an hour a day is enough to get better at whatever you're trying to do. Like, especially when you're a kid, you really want to enjoy it, and you want to have fun with all your friends, because when you get older, you have a job, and that's when you really can't have time to do any fun, because you have a job that you actually have to commit to.
So, Judah, your parents allow you to have a good time and enjoy yourself and live a good life.
My parents let me have a good time. Like, if my grades are bad, they won't, like, let me. Like, they might, like, punish me or something. But they're not really focused on my grades. They're kind of focused on, am I doing my best? And so, like, if I get, like a C, but my parents know that I tried my best, they wouldn't be that mad. But if I got, like, a C and they knew I wasn't trying, then there would be consequences. But I, myself, don't even spend that much time working on school, and I still do pretty good.
So you're a smart guy.
Yeah, I'm a smart guy.
Judah, what's your favorite part about school, your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is gym class.
Your favorite subject is gym class?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. And why is your favorite subject gym class?
My favorite subject is gym class because I feel like in most other classes, you're kind of just sitting around and not doing much. And in gym class, you get to, like, move around and, like, play fun games, which I really like to do.
What's your favorite academic class if you had to pick one?
Academic class? Right now, it would have to be science.
Why?
Because we will be doing a lot of experiments with stuff, and I'm really excited for that. And it's not that hard.
And what does your shirt say?
My shirt says, "Be here tomorrow."
And is that the sea lion?
It is.
That's Herbert.
Herbert?
What did Herbert do?
Herbert saved Uncle Kevin's life.
How?
So he was kind of, like, drowning in the water, and the sea lion kind of, like, pushed him up. And the sea lion kind of kept him afloat.
Would you call that a miracle?
Yeah, that is definitely a miracle.
Are you glad your Uncle Kevin's alive?
Very much.
Is he a good Uncle Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the best Uncle Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Judah, if you were to look in that camera at all the people watching, and there's kids out there that are your age. They're 12 years old, 11 years old, and they're really, really struggling with anxiety, depression. Even some of them, Judah, are struggling with thoughts of suicide. What do you say to those kids to help them be here tomorrow?
Well, especially if you're a kid, you probably have like 70, 60 more years to go. It's like, I know it sucks, but it's going to get better eventually. You just kind of got to wait. And like, try to enjoy it. Try to, if you're really depressed, try to hang out with your friends. Like, especially if you have like a funny friend that makes you laugh or smile, try to hang out with them the most, because they will probably make you the happiest. Because like, there's so much more to live for. It's like, you could do so many more things in your life. Like, you could end up having your dream job later on in life. You never know what could happen.
That's fantastic, buddy.